Okay, so I usually don't leave reviews for stuff, but this one had to be done. If you just want pros and cons, scroll down. First, I'll start by saying I own the JBL Charge 3, UE Boom, UE Mega Boom, Bose SoundLink and a few cheaper Bluetooth speakers from Amazon. This speaker is hands down better than all of them. If you want purely a loudspeaker with no bass, go with UE. If you want a much quieter speaker that has better bass, go with JBL. If you're looking to listen to nothing but classical, Bose is the speaker for you. If you want the best of all of these, aka loud, bassy, crisp, clean instrumentals, then buy the Sony XB30 or XB40. I own the 40 now too, and it is even better, but not really portable like the XB30 is. Oh, did I mention it has NFC built-in? Outstanding. Also Bluetooth 4.2, meaning I stay connected twice as far as any of the other speakers I have. I tested it to about 75 feet while camping and everywhere in my home. 2-story 4-bedroom. I almost forgot that it has a 24-hour battery, and me using it at half volume with the lights on, it lasts me about 21 hours, which is outstanding. I would expect somewhere around 18 on full volume. Now, with every review there are always cons or negatives. This speaker is no different. It has a proprietary Sony charger, which is super inconvenient because everything I have charges with micro USB or USB Type-C. Second downside is the app SoundPal that allows you to change the lights to do different things is a bit lame to use. There aren't enough options and the app just seems unfinished. Hopefully after some updates it will get better, but as for now it's kind of a letdown. And of course one of the biggest is that it's not waterproof like UE and JBL, meaning you can't throw it in a pool. But it can get plenty wet. I shower with mine on a daily basis and it never skips a beat. In fact, it's really cool watching the speakers covered in water thumping with the lights on. Cool thing to see. Browse. 24 hours battery, LED lights, excellent sound, NFC, Bluetooth 4.2, 66 feet range, extra bass mode, bought refurbished for $60, W/6 warranty, built-in USB for charging phone. Build quality is super. Also the XB40 is exactly the same, except it's a bit bigger, bit louder, and the speaker cones themselves light up, which I actually don't like, so I turned off. First off, if you are considering between the XB30 or the more powerful XB40, I highly suggest going with two XB30s, same price as XB40. The sound definition in stereo mode is better, and also being spread out more than the single source of sound, it makes up for lack of volume you would otherwise get from the XB40. Treble frequencies dip a little at 5 kHz and start to drop off above 10 kHz. Extra bass enhances the low-end frequencies well, but may be too strong at close range, 3 feet, at lower volumes. In other words, they are not crystal clear or crisp, but by no means muddy. For BT speakers, these speakers sound excellent. The speaker will last 15 to 17 hours at 75% volume, lights off. For a good speaker, I feel they lack some functionality. Battery indication is only present by holding down the button, and voice announces battery level, or, in the Sony Music Center app. No power indication lights on unit, or even the BT icon in Statusbar. The indication is also only in approximated increments of 25%. Also, no micro USB to charge the unit, instead charges with a proprietary AC pin power adapter, inconvenient. The Sony Media Center app that is compatible to control the XB30 is also a bit laggy or glitchy and takes a bit of effort but works for the basic function. Overall, really happy with the purchase, and highly recommend buying two for stereo playback if you are an audiophile. It's amazing. I love it. Will buy again another one for my brother. Thank you guys. This is an awesome speaker. Very true, crisp, clear, loud sound. Deep bass but not a thump or booming bass, but still really good for a portable speaker this size. I am sitting in the kitchen while it's playing in the living room and sounds just as great as our expensive home Bluetooth stereo XB30 system. I made a video for you to watch, but this speaker sounds so incredible in person. This will be great by our pool or in the horse barn. Has grippy rubber feet for staying still and is water resistant, so no worries if splashed. Anyone will be able to connect up to it. We used our iPhones. It's easy. You will hear a voice tell you Bluetooth pairing, then a gentle tone when you are connected. Go find your music, whether iTunes or Pandora or etc. I am so happy for this opportunity. I think he'll actually buy a second one to keep in the barn and keep this one clean and around the house and pool only. I can actually pair with other speakers and could pair 2 or actually 3 with this. You are going to want more than one. You can speak into the speaker to command your iPhone to find and play a song by pressing top speaker button. Just tell your smartphone to pause, play any song on your playlist, etc. Cool DJ type lights play with the music around the speaker. The sound is amazing. I had a JBL Flip 3 and it was okay at the time, but the sound this speaker makes is way over that of the Flip 3. It is much bigger, but you are getting a louder speaker and sound that doesn't distort at high volumes like the JBL. The battery life is good, lasted me all day and is only on 50%. I definitely recommend this to anyone wanting a good speaker at $100. The lights can be turned off. Just press and hold the extra bass button and they will turn off, and you can change them in the app. It has a nice and clear sound with extra bass. The Bluetooth is also very powerful. So much quality sound from the Bluetooth speaker. With extra bass turned on, there really is a lot of bass. The Sony app allows some adjustment to the sound and lights as well, in the build quality of the device overall is very solid. Just like new. No problems with it at all, exactly what I wanted. Even shipped it with our load of protected bubble wrap. Summary: wow. Great loud sound. I am sure this would be 5 stars for someone who really is into portable music. The only con for me is the $150 price point. I'm fine with a cheap set of $50 speakers, though this Sony XB30 is clearly better than anything I've heard in the lower price ranges. Details: tiny speakers like this usually aren't very loud, but this one cranks up loud enough to be heard all across the house. At max volume, it was uncomfortable loud a few feet away from it. Although it has a bass button, like most tiny speakers, the low-end boost is minor, but it definitely has some nice low-end, much more than I expected, even without bass enhanced. Click link in description for more reviews.